Hi everyone, this is Joe Henches for Beyond the Chart, and this is a market update for Friday, October 11th. We're going to start off with the Dow Industrials. It was up a whopping 323 points today, and I'm sure if you've heard the news that they're saying it's the biggest move since January, which would be right back in here, which I think that's correct. If you closed at 13,104 and we closed here at 13,412, that's over 300 points. So similar type move. Now, whether or not we've got the same type of deal, whether we're launching off into something new, um, that's to be seen. I mean, the dynamics and where we are a little bit different. We had already started a move here and we pulled back, slightly corrected. Things are differently. We had a heck of a move here. We've gone to a lower low here. This just has the look and feel of a snapback bear market rally, but we will see. We'll see how this plays out. I mean, you saw a 2-day rally here that occurred back in June. So that's the type of thing that can happen. It's hard to get any kind of a reading on this other than the fact that, yeah, we did go to a lower low, bounced off the 200-day moving average in effect, and have now gotten this big move on the news of, potentially some kind of agreement out of the government. I'm always skeptic of that kind of thing. Here's the S&P 500. Again, broke the trend line and did get the bounce back up into here. We basically went back up to the 20-day moving average. And, we're right in this point where there's a little bit of resistance. We look at, okay, what was the previous? This was a high of 1696.55. Didn't even get that high, 1692. But you're running into the point where it come down, bounced up, and so there's the potential for some resistance to come in. So we'll just have to see. This is a pretty big move, big 1-day move. Let's look at the New York Composite. Very similar here. Not sure, again, running into the same type of point where we previously rallied to and then turned down. So if we bounce through this and break through this, it could be okay, we're starting another move up. Now again, the one that's given us the mixed signals is the NASDAQ, and I haven't changed this chart. I haven't changed the trend lines. You can see in here. And if you remember last night, I talked about how we could pull right back up to this trend line, and sure enough, that's exactly what we did today. We pulled right back to this trend line. So either this is going to break, fail, and it's going to continue to push back up to here, or this is going to roll right over and head right back on down. Now, this is one of the more reliable trading patterns that you get. A rising wedge is very bearish and usually does not fail. So we'll just have to see if that plays out. Okay, I think that's it for the market. Let's talk about, I'm still in Broadcom. Yeah, the high over here I said was 26.69. It closed at 26.70. 1 penny. I was not going to take myself out of the trade for 1 penny. And the main reason is the volume has been low. Volume today was less than the volume yesterday. The volume the last several days has been below the 50-day moving average. So now tomorrow is my 10th day in this trade, and it has not been going. It's been going sideways basically on me. So either way, the only way I'm going to be in this trade come Monday is if tomorrow it closes down here closer to 26, like below these 2-day lows, like below 26.01. So at 26 or below or lower, I'll probably stay in. Anything above that, I'm out. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So what are you going to do? Solar City, I talked about some things yesterday. Here's one I didn't mention yesterday that I got a buy signal on October 1st. Again, I don't have a position in here. Solar City, here's just a little bit of a 200-day moving average because Solar City hasn't been trading all that long. It's just been December of last year. And it's kind of gone into a drifting channel here, slightly downward sloping channel between these two lines. And now it looks like it's trying to make a move to break out. It'll be interesting to see. It broke this one trend line. If it can break this trend line, there's a good chance this thing's going to take off. So we did get a signal. So far it's held up fairly well over the last few days, even with the sell-off. So that's a positive. Apache, I did get a signal. Now, pretty good little move in here. And the fact that the 10 is below the 20, so I got this close. Let me step back. I got the close above this high, okay? And this high was important because it came and closed back above the blue line, above the 10-day moving average, okay? But because the 10's below the 20, I want to see another confirming close above the high of that day. So I got it, but the fact that the 10 is below the 20 still makes me a little bit nervous. So what I'd like to see is I'm going to look to see if we couldn't, buy the 10 on a pullback. Yeah, so you get a little bit better pricing on the options. They've got November 87.5 calls that are closing bid was 271, asking 277. It's a delta of 55.55. So this pulls back. You're going to get some, the bid and ask will drop on that some. So it'll have a better entry, I think. That's what I'm looking for. Now, hopefully this thing wouldn't just like run on me and open up on a big gap tomorrow. So anyway, we'll see. The other one I'm looking at is Yandex, which is a Russian internet stock, and they actually play in Russia and outside of Russia. But this has become fairly strong, fairly popular. Actually, the 50-day volume in here has been running over 2 million shares a day for the last 50-day average. So, good active trading on Yandex. And, this was a buy signal in here today. And again, because of the kind of the big bar and the big move that's made over the last 2 days, I'd be looking to buy on a pullback to the 10. I like the fact that the 10 is above the 20. You just got to close above the last 2 days, actually above the last 3-day highs. Okay, so it's kind of reaffirming that everything's lined up. You have had a heck of a move, but you can't deny the fact that this thing is continuing to push higher and closed above. So that's, I think, an attractive looking one. They've got November 38 calls. I can't remember what they're actually selling for. See if I can look real quick. No, it's not pulling up for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, November 28 calls or November 38 calls or November 37 calls is what I would look at, depending on how much you wanted to spend on an option. The delta on the 38s is 0.58. The delta on the 37s is 0.65. I would be leaning towards the 38. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. That's about it for tonight. We'll see what Friday holds, and hope everyone has a great Friday. And we'll talk to you this weekend. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. Have a great day.